Gotta let him do what you gotta do. No, I'm not unmarried, but in truth, I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for numbers of years at Erfurt. Erfurt is one of the most populous cities in the empire, and it is located near its heart. It has been home to a respected university since 1379, and it's the Center for Humanists. So we got it done. Wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his work? Martin Luther, priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg, controversial for his opinion on the church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him in trouble, but he's brave. Brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. We talked about him in history class in school. I know. He was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. His ideas don't hold much interest for me, I'm afraid. I agree. Wholeheartedly, I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. A list of proposition against the church practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin. It was written in 1517 by Martin Luther. He was basically saying that it was wrong for the church to try to trade money for forgiveness of sins. So before that, at that moment, people could pay to buy their paradise. You could get, if you gave enough money to the church, they would sort of guarantee that you would go to heaven. And he was like, that's not how you're supposed to go to heaven. He was like, it's not supposed to be about money. It's not supposed to be about if you have enough money, you can just get in guaranteed. And if you're poor, you can't. So he was basically complaining from within that the church was selling heaven for a cheap reason. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95. Yeah. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gurna does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Zeno and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. Aristotle, Greek philosopher and student of Plato, renowned as a polymath, he wrote on a wide variety of subjects. His work is extensively cited by current scholars, and even more work is attributed to him than he could have ever written. Erasmus of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and philosopher who is preeminent among northern humanists. He is known for his work in Latin and Greeks, as well as his call for reform within the church. Ficino. Marsilio Ficino was a 15th century Italian priest and humanist who was one of the leading figures of the Italian Renaissance. He is well known for his translations of the work of Plato into Latin. Cicero, statesman, scholar, lawyer, and renowned orator of the late Roman Republic. He is revered both for his contributions to Latin literature and his skills as rhetorician. We were just starting with my kids. Good timing there, dog, eh? Yeah. It's insane how there's a lot of this game is very, you know how people were praising Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed game to be historically accurate. It seems like this game has done a lot of research to get a lot of things right and to connect a lot of ideas together. And it's very interesting. Erfurt was one of the first Christian dioceses of central Germany back then. Gotcha. There's a lot. It's a game where you're going to feel like you've learned something. Actually, probably more than one thing once you've completed it. So that's like making history or making learning fun is something that we call it gamification of school or of studies, and it's a great way to learn, right? I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university students. In truth, I am just put me on your board. Just put the stream on the board and I'll teach your class today. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man now that you... No, I didn't. Only a master degree? Only a master degree 500 years ago. Started working towards doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Theology, imperial law, medicine. Let's go with medicine. So we're able to heal. All things medical, studying the latest and greatest texts coming out of Italy. The Italian continues to innovate in that area. Extraordinary, really. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in the decades to come. So we can actually bleed people to heal them. You! If I had any faith, I would have prayed you never show your face here again. Otilia, this is the one that puts a little bit of herb in front of her door to make the spirits go away. Curse you, Lawrence Rotwagel. Turk, Chas, dogs tearing you to piece would be too kind of a fate. Pagan goddess of the Alps, associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Yeah, I'm gonna go back home and put some lavender on my door to make spirits go away. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. What? Okay. Well, one of your early times in university. Every student must study the triviums and the quadrivium. The trivium and quadrivium represent the lower and upper divisions of the classic liberal arts. Grammar, logic, rhetoric forms, the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy, the quadrivium. Do you have a favorite subject? Andrea has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. He can also easily recall sententiae antiquae, quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republican Empire. Andrea instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it. It adapts as spatial analysis and can easily perform complicated calculation in his head. I like this one. Excellent with skilled teacher, persuader, public speaker, necromancy, heavens and earth. Oh, let's go logic. Logic, geometry, arithmetic. Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle Organon the foundation of your study? Yes. The Organon for logic and Euclid's Elements for geometry, but the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logics. Peter Abelard provided the foundations of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. Peter Abelard, 12th century French teacher, philosopher, and theologian. He is known for his philosophical work in logic and his theological work in atonement theory. He is also remembered for his love affair with his students. He is also remembered for his love affair with his student. Hey, we got to cancel this guy. The renowned Benedictine nun, abbess, and scholar Héloïse d'Argenteuil. This teacher used to sleep with his students, and we'll remember him for that. The Englishman William of Ockham gave us the Summa Logicae, arguing nominalism against Platonic realism. 13th and 14th century English Franciscan philosopher and theologian, known for his commentaries on Peter Abelard's 4th books of sentence, his defense of apostolic poverty, and his writing of faith and reason. The same teachers that made this game made you... Oh, did they? Oh, that's poggers. And of course, Thomas Aquinas gave us the tools to employ both faith and reason in the pursuit of truth. All monks and friars, of course, a great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the church's vision of truth. It's all on the test. Yeah. So, and do you think sleeping with your student helps that? If sleeping with your student helps them learn better, should you do it? Is that so wrong? I question that these great men should have had to wrestle logic into what the church established by fiat and force. I'm not feeling good. Can I go become the nurse? Can I copy your notes? Of course. Yeah, you guys, everything's on the internet now. Just find it, and it'll all be on the quiz. I guess we'll soon have to choose. I guess someone's gonna die tonight, and then we're gonna have to figure out what happens tomorrow. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Not sleeping with my student. I was very good at that. Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar. Orator, occultist, heavens and earth. With various plants and animals from study. Yeah, let's go with that. Heaven and earth. I love studying the natural world of my Lord, both the heavens above and the wild space around us. I studied as much astronomy as I could. It's incredible how much you've learned from both the Arabs and the Greeks. True, but even now, we continue to discover more about what we can see within the celestial sphere. What began as pagan myth to explain our place in the world may help us understand our place in the heavens. And this may seem foolish, but I spent a lot of time in the wilderness learning about our plants and animals. Really? Did the libraries of Erfurt not have enough herbals to satisfy your curiosity? I don't mean to malign our most august Greek and Roman authors, but De Materia Medica was written before the coming of Christ. Surely there is more that we can learn about plants, insects, and animals by observing them in nature. And beyond that, I simply have a love for wild places. While I do not share your academic interest in nature, I must admit that I sometimes enjoy the solitude of a walk in the woods. Then hold my hand and let us go to the Abbey. Ah! 4 foot away was the Abbey. I have good memories of this place. Father Matthias used to bring me in a special room and tell me that I was his favorite, and then he would close the door. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kiersau at all? My family have been patrons of Kiersau for I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Kiersau still had a wonderful library and artisan. Professional artists have taken over most manuscripts production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Well, there's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe, and me. This is a good place. This is as good a place as any to create art. The artists that remains here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Kiersau is more than a bit old-fashioned as well. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an old abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family has been patrons of Kiersau for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father's Gurnut a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable brother Piero. It's this guy. He looks like a goat. Brother Piero, the old goat. Num gets an A+. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a bit, it's a bit of a gray area for the teachers that do not get an A+ for that. Papers to my friends. How venerable. He still has his wits and his skills if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with colors. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. Let's go. Man, I'm gonna need a lot of water for this playthrough. Is this a game or is this a book? You know? Oh my god. Is this a game or is this a book? Let's get some face. Can someone read for me, please? Usually in class, we do a rotation of whose turn it is to read. We'll go on Discord and we can alternate who reads. Please, let's go on Discord. You guys can all read it. Take turns. Miklaus, tend to the horse and the baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey. Ah, yes, my lord. Ah, yes. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Popcorn, exactly. Yeah, Abby, no, popcorn. You read a few sentences, then you send it to someone else. Nuns. I used to flirt with nuns, but I was not very successful. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Founded in the 6th century, the Benedictines are Christian monastic orders that observe vows and obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. Do you think they observe chastity, the nuns and the monks living in the same house? I don't know. Those nuns looks very promiscuous. They were walking like they spent the whole day horseback riding, but I see no horse in the area. What happens at night stays at night in the abbey, my lord. The church closed most of them for centuries ago. But then Kiersau is a place out of time in more ways than none. Do you know Mother Cecilia? She seems to recognize you. Why were they closed? We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, you must be Father Garneau. I am Lawrence, Baron of... Yes. Wow, this guy speaks. The Baron of Roth-Vogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. If you say so. I am not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord. But it wasn't expecting you for another few days, so I did not have time to shave my legs. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see you and to fall in love in your eyes once more. I'm sure it's no trouble. Well, yes. I mean, no. I mean, yes. I mean, no. It's no trouble. Did you want to see it now, or do you let me time to go shave it first? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from kitchen? Yes, certainly, my lord. It will meet you there. I will go make some crab dinner in the microwave and bring it to you. Okay. Is one of the characters Mario? Aren't they all? Yeah, it's me. I don't know what you are doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Of course, Father. I'm eager to get to work. Why are you talking this out on me? It's not my problem. Is this a bad time to ask for an advance on my payment for the Book of Hours? Yeah, it's not a good time. My God. Shit. I should have asked him about advance. He would have said no, though. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Yeah, let's go. Let's go talk to Brother Matthew. Find a way to get paid. Usually, the best way to get paid is to take your clothes off. Where is Brother Matthew? If there's one thing Matthew McConaughey taught me is... Oh, what about... These are the ladies. Lisbeth? Gertrude? Margaret? Brother Matthew maintained this shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for the pilgrims. Okay, let's not go there. We gotta find Brother Matthew. He's the one that's gonna give us the monies. Go here. Inside the church. Brother Matthew, where are you? Is that Brother Matthew? No, that's Rudiger. God bless you, Num. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh, yes. It was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Have a good day. Yes, have a good day. Okay. Crypt, tower. Oh, there's a lot of doors. Is this Brother Matthew? Yes! Give me the monies! God bless you, Andrea. Oh, Sametaho. Brother Matthew, pay me. How is the sacristy today, Matthew? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Maler? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. Matthew, where's my money? One more thing I have favor to ask you. Yes, Andres? BITCH, where's my money? I was hoping you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript. Give me my pay. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gernot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate month before. I only have a few pages left. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. Then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. Matthew's a PRICK. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contract would cause undone trouble not only to Kiersau but to Tassing as well. Is that why Father Abbot has increased the tax on gardeners? What is this about, Andreas? The gardeners have asked me for their rent early so they can pay their tax to the abbey. Yes. I would like to help the gardeners pay their tax to the abbey. I've made a grave error. I'm in debt. No, this one. I see. Very well. Do not ask this of me again. Is he going to give us the money? Oh, he gives the monies! Here you are. I shall not this with Father Gernot and prayers. Thank you, Brother Matthew. God bless you. We did it! Wrong button. All right, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent. I'll give her directly to make sure she receives it. I'll put it on the table and think to surprise them. No, give her directly. Okay, let's go. Old Bailey, let's go drink. Okay, we need to go. Scriptorium, there you go. That's where we gotta go. Look at these guys go, man. They're poggers. God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big Jorg Gettner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storm coming. Brother Aladok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youth who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adok? I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord in his infallible wisdom may choose to strike down. old grumpy men are the best. Best characters. Little work, yeah. But this is how all the workplace. You come in and everyone's complaining. Brother Guy, please show more respect to Brother Edok. You're being mean-spirited. Calm yourself. You're too sensitive to Guy's joke. Yeah, man. You're old. You old fool. I'm old, numb. Every slight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps. But I will pray to God for the strength to endure this wickedness. Oh, look at this victim, man. Let's cancel Brother Adok. Everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Fenrek is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz Rotvogel had arrived and he hurried out of like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rotvogel, it's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's a shameful. Oh no, Baron Rotvogel, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course, that's why he is visiting.